So I want to invite Wynn Hopkins to come up. As many of you know, this man has a set of pipes on him.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's going to bless us with a song that he wrote and that he will perform right now. So just sit back and enjoy and wish that you had a voice like this.
Should be.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. How's everybody this morning?
Good.
Good to be back, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a visit from Irma. And then persons took off in Atlanta, so we didn't want to trying to get caught up in the flooding and stuff in our areas, in our lakes. We didn't want to take that chance. But anyway, God has been good. I was thinking about what she's talking about, service. A lot of times we look at the word service in one dimensional way, but when we're open to the universe, to be used by the universe, that it can express itself through us, we're serving the universe to others. And if we can just be that all the time and remembrance and awaken to that, life would be so much beautiful. Like Jesus said, the greatest among you, let him serve. This song is talking about, for a reason, why you're here. I know I'm here to be a servant for a reason. Hey brother, what you here for? Like the seasons for a reason. Hey sister, what you here for? Like the signs of the time. Your life is a play. Play your part from your heart to build and bring joy, not destruction, don't destroy. Tell me, hey brother, what you here for? Well, seasons for a reason. Woo! Hey sister, what you here for? By the signs of the time. Every man has a purpose in life. No one was put here by chance. Find your harmony tune in life. To do what? And dance. To make life better. For who? For others. Tell me in the dark place, show some lost soul away. Well, like a voice from a distant star, to speak peace in war. This is what I want you to do. Tell me what you here for. Like the seasons for a reason. what you here for? I need to know. Hey brother, what you here for? I need to know. Hey sister, what you here for? Woo!
Win Tompkins, everybody. And let's acknowledge not only Win for his music today, but also Kevin Montgomery on keyboards and vocals.
Thank you.
Lonnie Lefcock on piano and vocals. Kathy Galloway on vocals and percussion. Yay!
Yeah.
All right. It's a party. Why not? This is a hurricane party. Right? After the hurricane. I'm Reverend Dr. Suzi Schadle, and I am the interim minister here at Suncoast Center for Spiritual Living. I add my welcome to all the other welcomes that have been bestowed upon you already today. And I'm sure there'll be more coming, so hang in there. Before I get started, I do want to introduce a special guest. This is Dr. Bob Dean. He is visiting, yes. Don't you love that when you get applause and they don't even, I mean, you know, you could be an axe murderer or whatever. He was just paroled from, actually Dr. Bob Dean is visiting us from the Centers for Spiritual Living home office, where he oversees all of our ministerial education for Centers for Spiritual Living. He's just been with lots of ministerial students for a week-long encounter in Orlando, and he made a special side trip so that he could be with us this morning. So love him up and buy him a donut or something after service. Amen. Not because, you know, I'm wanting to take a good report back to home office, but because he's really just a nice guy. So get to know him. So thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And you know, love each other up today, because we've had a little bit of a time to kind of blowing in the wind, you know, a little bit. So love each other up and welcome each other home, and you know, let's just have a cuddle party after service, okay? Lots of sweets that will cause you to kind of be wiry anyway. So, and today I want to do a little bit of an interactive service as well, because I want to give us an opportunity to connect, not just to stand here and hope that I say something meaningful, but that I want you to all have an opportunity to connect with each other, because that's what spiritual community is about. It's not so much about hoping that the minister, you know, did her homework, but really it's about connecting with each other and really applying the spiritual tools that we talk about when we're here on Sundays. Okay? Game? All right, good. So, as you may remember, although it's been a few weeks, in 2 weeks I can forget a lot of stuff, let me tell you. Especially, you know, every year I forget a little bit more. The theme that Centers for Spiritual Living is focusing on this year is values-based spiritual living. And our theme for September is values-based spiritual living through community service. And what Centers for Spiritual Living encourages us with is this: we dedicate our time, talent, and treasure and expertise to the healthy and joyful evolution of our spiritual community, the community in which we live, and the greater community of the world. So it's about us from the inside out. It's about us in this spiritual community. It's about the community in which we live, the greater Tampa Bay area, Florida, United States of America, the world. And why stop there? Let's include the cosmos. What the heck? Because you know, there could be folks out there. We don't know. So let's include them. And today, what I really want to explore is how we live, love, and serve one another and the greater community, particularly in the aftermath of Irma, something like Irma, and Harvey. And now I just found out this morning 3 earthquakes in Mexico, an earthquake in California. You remember those old, we're going to date ourselves, well, at least I'll date myself. Remember the old commercial? There's this woman that got on the TV and she had kind of this flowery halo thing on, and she said, "It's not nice to fool Mother Nature." Yeah. So somebody fooled Mother Nature and she ain't happy about it. So we gotta learn to be, you know, it said that in the Bible that we were given dominion. A lot of people thought that we were given it to lord over nature and resources and to try to harness it all. I believe we were given stewardship so that we might be in collaboration and cooperation with nature. And I'm guessing that maybe we've gotten off track a little bit. So and I'm voting for cooperating with Mother Nature. What do you think? Yeah? Okay, good. I think so. So let's just know that. So we're going to talk about how we can live, love, and serve the entire universe, really. Reverend Dr. Michael Beckwith says this: "You are here to serve the great law of life. You are, in fact, in service to the supreme creative idea that easy for me to say, proliferates our environment. It is the life of God that is thinking through your mind, working through your hands, walking through your feet. It does the work appointed for you to do and perfects that which concerns you when you no longer work for the little self, but serve the greater self of your being and the universe." We are here, as Wynn described and how he sang in that song, we are here to be of service. We are here with a purpose. We're not just here by accident. We are here to be of service with the fullness of our being. And so that means that we must, first of all, discover who it is that we truly are from the inside out so that we can give that. Because no one else can give who and what you are. No one else can do that. And if you don't do it, it doesn't happen. And some little thread in the fabric will be missing. So we're called to be the fullness of our being. One of the ways that we can deepen that commitment to give of ourselves, to give the fullness of ourselves in this universe, and to connect more deeply in community is by living wisely, to harness the creativity of our minds, to use our minds, as it said in Cool Hand Luke, it's time to get your mind right. Get your mind right so that we can give of that creative thought that comes through us. And we're called to love well, to develop all of the qualities, the skills, the essence, the blessing that we are, so that we can give it away, so that we can give it away with love. Give it away freely. You're not here to keep yourself to yourself. You're here to give yourself away as expansively as possible. That's why we're here. And that's the most loving thing to do, to make a difference by being fully who you are. That is the most loving thing you can do for yourself, for people that you already know you care about, and even for people you'll never meet. Be the presence of love. And we're here called to serve greatly, to live the life you were born to live, because no one else can live that life, only you can. So live the life you're born to live, to express your purpose and your passion and the promise that you are. That's the greatest gift that you can give. That's the greatest gift. I mean, we're all running around trying to think, what can I, I'm trying to squeeze our head into a funny shape so we can get some kind of fabulous idea of what we can give. You're already it. You are the gift. Give it away. Give yourself away. So, we're here to really explore living wisely, loving well, serving greatly. And so, I'm going to quote somebody that's very near to me. I don't know how dear she is to me, but she's near. "We're more likely to live authentically and express and share our gifts more fully if we focus our lives on what truly matters. We can sharpen the focus and direction of our lives if we ask ourselves right now questions that we typically reserve for the end of an experience or even the end of life. Ask these 3 essential life questions in the present moment. Did I live wisely? Did I love well? Did I serve greatly?" And too often we wait till the end of time to explore those questions. It reminds me of when you get a performance review at work, and they wait till the end of the year, and then they tell you all the things you didn't do very well, and by the way, you're not getting a raise. It's like, yeah, you could have mentioned this a little sooner, I maybe could have done something about it. Well, same thing. I think the first year of my the center that I started in Seattle, we did the burning bowl thing, and people wrote down their intentions and stuff, and I didn't get that it would be good to mail those things to people before the end of the year. so that they could remember their intentions and actually work on them. So I'm proposing that we look at those end of life or end of experience kinds of questions now so that we have time to do something about it. So that we have the power in the now moment, because we don't have power anywhere else except in the now moment. So we're going to explore those a little more deeply. And we're going to put them in the present. Do I live wisely? I suppose you're expecting me to answer that question. How revealing. Do I live wisely? Not all the time. I've been known to make some rather big boo-boos on occasion, and sometimes knowingly. I'm like looking right at the trap, saying I'm going to step in it anyway. It's yet to work out. I'm not saying I'm done trying, though. I think I have a few more mistakes left in me. But I do try to be a little more conscious and to ask myself, would this be life-affirming if I did this? Would I be living wisely if I did this? So I'm asking that we take a look at that idea. Do I live wisely? And you know what? Sometimes I think what held me up was that I thought, God, if I'm behaving and living wisely all the time, that doesn't sound like very much fun. That sounds like my older brother, actually. So, he always did the right thing. And I always was worried he didn't have a lot of fun. Now, my other brother made up for it because he did the opposite. And I being the wise soul, said, yeah, that's boring, that's edgy and scary. I think I'll just get sort of in the middle, but a little closer to the brother that's off the edge. So do I live wisely? Do I live wisely? It can be fun, actually, living wisely, by the way. It's an opportunity for us to uncover our limiting beliefs and to replace them with more powerful and effective beliefs. Let go of those ineffective beliefs, those beliefs that run you into the ditch. It's an opportunity to take a look at where we are living in the past or living in the future and liberating ourselves to live in the now, because now, the present moment, is the only place we have the power to be creative. Live in the present moment. The past has happened. We can look at it and say, wow, I can learn from that, but the only power I have to create is right now. I can't live in the future because I haven't created it yet, and it can only be created now. That's living wisely. It's an opportunity, if we live wisely, to develop our inner wisdom. And develop, you know what, we don't actually have to develop our inner wisdom, it's already there. What we do need to do, however, is listen to it. So it's really about developing our ability to listen to Spirit's guidance within us. I always love this quote by Albert Schweitzer, who said, the most difficult thing I've ever had to do is follow the guidance I've prayed for. Now, if we followed the guidance that we prayed for, and we're listening to that wisdom within, that would be living wisely. Please tell me I'm not the only one who has prayed for guidance. I get the guidance, and I'm like, well, that's not exactly what I meant. It's like, I was kind of thinking this. Yeah, well, then pray to yourself. Living wisely is about being conscious of our thoughts and our feelings, our choices, our actions, and taking responsibility and accountability for them. That's living wisely. That's living wisely. So I'm going to give you an opportunity. If you're at a table, I would love it if you get maybe in groups of 3. So if you're by yourself, get with somebody else who's by themselves. And I'm going to give you an opportunity to play with this idea of, do I live wisely? So if you're not with somebody, this is an opportunity to connect in community. So I think 3 is a good number. 4 is a little bit too much because you don't get as much time. So let's do 3. And you guys can just kind of turn around. You got somebody? Okay. So the question again to ponder in the now moment is, how can I live more wisely? How can I live more wisely now? And think in terms of, you can even think in terms of, were there other choices I wish I would have made during when Irma came? Are there other choices that I wish I would make today? You can make those choices today. How can I live more wisely now? And if you don't have an answer, your partner does. Listen. It's spirit. I want to explore the other question, another question. Do I love well? Do I love well? I can resoundingly answer that question, not so much all the time. I love people, but I'll tell you what, that's been a challenge for me, particularly in primary relationships. I can love people, it's a little harder. So, and you know what the most challenging one of all can be? Is to love oneself. And the reality is, that's the one you want to get first. Love yourself because it enables you to love another and lots of others. It develops that love muscle within you. So, do I love well? Robin Sharma teaches, live your life as a meditation on love. Love for others, love for yourself, and love for the world. Love the world. Love all. I forgot to tell you that other quotation that was by someone near and dear to me. It was by me. So it's like, how do you tell someone? Okay, I said something brilliant and wrote it down and went. Right. And Robin Sharma, who's written lots of books, says, live your life as a meditation on love. You can't go wrong if you live your life as a meditation on love. What that does is it takes you on a journey within your own soul. And when you take that journey within your own soul, you're moving yourself into the soul of the world. Because the world is a wholeness, a unity, a oneness, and we are a part of that. So when we are in touch with our own soul, we are in touch with the soul of the universe, the soul of the world. And making that journey into our own soul, the soul of the world, is an opportunity to integrate our head and our heart. The longest 18 inches in the world, from head to heart. But we can integrate those two, and we can live wisely and love well simultaneously, which magnifies the power of all of that. If we love well, we actually become a place where love shows up. I imagine in my mind's eye that our heart is like this lotus flower opening up, each petal with some loving essence being given to the universe. So just imagine your heart opening up like this lotus flower. Be the presence of love. Be where love shows up. Notice how you treat yourself. I was just talking about that in my group. You know, I don't do so well on that. I need to work on that. That's why, maybe that's the thing for me with love. It's how do you treat yourself? Notice how you treat yourself. If you can't treat yourself well, it makes it a little challenging to treat others well. We think we are, but are we really? Are we coming from that place deep within where we are fully ourselves, our authentic being, fully intact, fully engaged? So notice how you treat yourself, then notice how it is that you treat others out of treating oneself with love. Practice being more loving and kind as a person. Just practice being a more loving and kind person with yourself and with others. Support others in lifting up their highest intentions. Because when you lift another's highest intentions with love and presence, you're also lifting your own. Because we're interconnected. So anything you do for another, you're also doing for yourself. Love has the capacity to move from fear and anger and resentment to forgiveness and compassion. Love has the power to dissipate any kind of darkness. It has the power to move the universe. It has the power to dissipate fear and anger and hurt and hate. And even the ravages of the Mother Nature. Love can heal even physical, what do you call it? Physical juju. That's a word. Quoting myself now. Juju. Be the love that you wish to see and experience in the universe. Be that love. And I guarantee it will attract back to you even more of the same. Because love is powerful and it's contagious. It's powerful and contagious. So I'm going to invite you once again with your group to discuss this idea of love, of loving well. How can I express more love amply right now? How can I amplify my expression of love right now? How can I be more loving? Go for it.